Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us outside of Bangkok. We're up here in Singburi. We're 2.5, 3 hours or so outside of Bangkok to the north. And I came up here to take a look at a couple things. I wanted to look at kind of the flooding situation because it's been flooding up in Buri and Ayutthaya and around this area, and I kind of wanted to look at it. And the second thing we're going to look at is I want to look at this really cool temple that has two really famous standing Buddha images that are in the Sukhothai style. And they believe that they were probably, the first one was constructed probably like the 14th century, and then the smaller one was built in like the Ayutthaya-era a little bit later. They're the Luang Pos, they're like the twin brothers. So anyway, let's take a look at this. This temple is not very large, and there's not a whole lot open because most of it's closed for the flooding, but we'll see what we can see today. So what they're doing is they're hauling dirt in here to build up some levees to keep this area from flooding. It's flooding just to the south. I had to go through floodwaters to get over here, and then it's flooding to the north quite a bit more. So these guys are hauling dirt in, and I talked to this guy here, and he was asking me if he thinks this area is going to flood or not. He doesn't think it will. So anyway, we'll see what the river looks like really quick, and then we'll go look at the standing Buddha images. Yeah, so in this area, they have the soldiers that are filling sandbags, and the locals are out. They got all hands on deck here to keep this area from flooding. And you can see he's just dumping dirt right here, and then they'll use this little traco to build up the levee, and they'll just keep hauling in dirt. You can see the Chao Phraya River is just absolutely bank to bank. And all this normally wouldn't be underwater. We're kind of at the maximum amount of water that this can hold. And it is really starting to flood to the south. You can see all the kids are out swimming in the flood water. The soldiers are bringing in boats and everything. And just kind of the bad thing about rainy season here in Thailand. Yeah, so if they wouldn't have built this up, this would have already have flooded. Now the temple is just back down over here. It was a riverside temple when it was first constructed. And these two images, the back one was actually outdoors at one time, back in the old days. And this is the hall it's in. And then there's a school and stuff like that over here. And then back over here, this is all the like assembly halls and everything else. And they have kind of a cool seated image that's under this umbrella. And this is the truck here for that traco that's right on the shoreline. Yeah, this is the modern construction here. Kind of a nice little image. And then back in there is all the kutis, the monk quarters, everything else. And we got a little dog, he's hanging out over here. And then we got a reclining Buddha here. Oh, and then they got a replica of the standing ones over there also. And then they made this bathroom into looks like a big tree. And then over here, this is the building we'll go in. They're building a new building back behind, and they got some of the stuff like you can stick the gold leaf and stuff on those little round stones that will go in the ground. So here's the old wall. Oh, and check this out. So this has a picture of it. I've seen this online. So you can see this is the image that we're going to see. It was outdoors at one time, and then there's the smaller one right there. And you can see how it's flooded in years past. Those are the two images we'll take a look at here. And over here we have a shrine. There's actually a lady monk. She's hanging out over here, so you can make donations to the temple. And then this is the really cool hall. And you can see it has been flooding down here, so they've been pumping the water out. They got all the new ceiling tile or the roof tiles, and then these are those stones that they'll bury around the new hall that's back behind here. And it looks like they're going to do something here, build a porch on the front also. And then they have an old wood boat here, and the ladies' dresses and stuff. The gong, the bell. Yeah, kind of a neat little place. And these are the two images that are in here. Yeah, it's quite cool. You got the little guardians here, both sides of the door. Yeah, they've had to pump water out of here to keep this from flooding. And I'm really surprised this is open, but I'm happy it is because we get to check it out. So this is an Ayutthaya-era temple. All this stuff in Ayutthaya was abandoned, and I think they restored this temple in like the 90s. So we got a little dog over here. Hopefully he'll be friendly. If not, I might get bit, huh? All right, so he's kind of a fat little dog. I tried to pet him and he kind of snarled at me. All right, so this is the smaller one, and this, you can see the hall has the kind of more modern murals and some interesting stained glass. And this would have been the original hall, the size of it. They've expanded it and remodeled it over the years. Now, this is the smaller image here. It's 6 meters tall, I believe. And it's Sukhothai styling, and it's quite cool. Look at the face of it, how it's like the long, narrow, egg-shaped face. And it's quite cool. The hair rolls are a little bit different. And then you see it's got the pose with the hand up, and it has the wheel of law on the palm. And then you see this is the old wall that it was built in. So the Sukhothai styling, they really liked to build these like little moondrop looking buildings, and they would have these different standing images all around. So this is that styling here. But it had a window on it. It's kind of cool. All right, and then what's really cool is once you go back behind, so you see that, you don't even know it's here until you come right here. And here is the second image. This is the brother of it. And this one is 11.6 meters tall. And it's quite colossal. You can see the differences of it. So it's the same pose, just on a larger scale. And then it doesn't have like that royal regalia around its head. And then you see the eyes are downcast, and you see the top knot, the little hair rolls. That's really, really spectacular. And it's in kind of a little building that is shaped like a lotus bud. This is really, really spectacular. And so you see they have this shrine set up here. So my head is about even with the shoulder of this right here, which you can see is right there. And then you just see how massive this is. I mean, it seems a lot taller than 11 meters to me. That's what it says online. And then you see it's just standing right here on like some little lotus flowers. It's quite cool. They have like an amulet there, and they have the elephant tusks and all the normal things. Yeah, this in here is a real treat. This is really fun to see. And then you see the back side of that first little hall. And all of this was restored, I believe in the 90s is when they restored all of this. And they have some stuff here talking about all the little symbols and everything that's on both of the images. The different faces, the different hair rolls, all the important characteristics. Okay, so that's pretty much all we're going to look at here. I really wanted to check this out. It's one of the important things in Singburi. So we got to see it, and they have kind of a weird little image here covering the face. I've seen these a few times. It's kind of not a very popular Buddha image. All right, and you can see some of the murals that they have. So this is the scene you see quite a bit. This is the goddess of the earth flooding the world to kill all the monsters, and it's to protect the Buddha. And then you have the Buddha getting enlightenment right here. So these are like oil paintings, and they have them hanging out on the wall. They're pretty nice. So you've got an earring, and you can see all the monsters, and then some of the other things here. Here's the Naga. Yeah, there's some really, really nice paintings. I like to see the old murals, but this hall was abandoned after the fall of Ayutthaya. So all the old murals and everything would have been long gone. You can see the fasting Buddha. That's when he came upon the middle path. And then a couple more here. Yeah, it's nice enough. I wish all the other stuff was open, but you can see why it's all closed with the flooding. but nice enough to come over here and check this out. I'll come back another day to see a little bit more here whenever the flooding is subsided. Well, that'll finish up a pretty quick video over here at this Wat Prachoti Karam, I think is how you say it. Anyway, this is quite interesting. I really like those two standing Buddha images, and I made a special trip over here to see that. Like I said earlier, I wanted to see that, and I wanted to take a look at the floodwaters and everything. And so this, hopefully the rains will stop so this doesn't completely get flooded out. But as you can see from that pictures I showed you, it has flooded in the past, and it'll flood in the future. I mean, when you live in a river delta like central Thailand is, it floods. It's just part of the normal thing. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you've been here, have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Or if you've been here, tell me what you think. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see some more stuff like this. This is just what I do. It's open narrative. I just walk around, tell you a little bit about what I know, show you what I see. So if you like it, you're in the right spot and you get to see more if you subscribe. And until next time, from over here in Singburi, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.